What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are going to be continuing with the Trading Every Player rebuild series, and today we got the Phoenix Suns. So as I currently record this, the Phoenix Suns are 14-6. They are the 1 seed in the Western Conference, and they're looking like they're going to make a long playoff run if everybody stays healthy. And obviously our goal today is to trade every single player on this current roster. At no point in time may they come back to this team. And obviously the end goal, if you will, is to get the Phoenix Suns to championship. So it appears to me that you guys have been enjoying the schedule that we've been doing. It typically means 2 historic rebuilds, 2 trading every player rebuilds, and 1 rebuild challenge every single week. So we definitely still have a lot more of these to go. We're not even close to being done. I think this is only the 6th out of obviously 30 of these teams that we do have to do, so we will continue to go on and hopefully get all these teams out of the way. But let me know down below in the comment section, of course, any other video ideas you do have. I mean, whether they're rebuild challenges or just any other rebuilds you guys want to see, whether they're teams you want me to use in these trading every player rebuilds, historic rebuilds, whatever it may be. Let me know down below in the comment section, of course, while you're down there. If you guys have not yet subscribed to the channel, we greatly appreciate it around here. And yeah, man, this is a really talented Suns team. I'm hoping we get some really talented players as well. Let's get into it. So something you guys asked me to do was go ahead and show you all the options for some of the players that I do get offered when I go ahead and try to trade my own player. So I'll do that with probably some of the bigger names. I'm not going to do it with like the mid 70 overalls because that just doesn't really seem necessary. But guys like Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Bridges, Ayton, I'll show you guys all the trade offers we get for them. I'll try not to cut this at all, just so you guys can see some of the options that I am considering before we do get into these trades. So we'll start out with a bang. Mr. Devin Booker, best player on this team. You know, he's a guy I would love to keep and love to build around, but unfortunately, it's not the way that this video is going to go. So, I like the Jaylen Brown and Robert Williams offer. I do get JB a decent amount, though, and this one right here is one that I definitely am considering. I think because we get 2 really good young players in this deal with Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, this one might be worth it. Obviously, we have to throw in Chris Paul as well. But you know what? It's not every day I can get Trae Young, and in a situation like this, obviously Ant would be cool as well, but I also don't really want to give up the draft picks right here. And then Bradley Beal, unfortunately, does regress. So you know what? We're starting it out with as big of a bang as you can possibly have. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray coming to Phoenix. We are sending them Devin Booker and Chris Paul over there in Atlanta. So that is one of the bigger trades that we're probably going to make throughout this rebuild, if not the biggest officially in the books. We have a new backcourt for the remainder of this video, which is obviously awesome. And let's just continue it. Mikal Bridges, let's see what some of these trade offers are looking like. Obviously, we're considering positions of 3, 4, and 5 right now. Our 1 and our 2 are kind of set. And, oh boy, these are, okay. Well, I like De'Aaron Fox a lot, but, like, I would maybe prefer, like an 87 overall power forward or something. Because a lot of these other offers are maybe not so good. Oh, boy. Well, those were just awful. How about if I throw in Cameron Johnson as well? I'm just trying to get like the best offer for this team possible. I think Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon could actually be really beneficial to this team because Robert Williams is on a really good contract. I like marketing a lot. I just don't know. Sometimes he doesn't put up the best numbers in 2K, which is a little bit unfortunate. But you know what? I'm going to take the strong defensive center on a really good contract and a really good 6-man here in Malcolm Brogdon, and that is officially going to be our second trade, and that is going to be coming with the Celtics. And then we kind of have one more big name here in DeAndre Ayton. See if we can maybe kind of go out and get a power forward, I guess. Chris Middleton also could be a really good option. We do need a small forward as well, so definitely something I'm going to consider right there. And I think Chris Middleton, from the offers I'm seeing right here, I also do see Christian Wood here, but I don't really want to give up a draft pick. So yeah, we are going to go ahead. We're going to take Chris Middleton. We also get a pick swap here with the New Orleans Pelicans, it appears. And yeah, Chris Middleton, welcome to the Phoenix Suns. At this point in time, I might cut it out a little bit just because those are really the big names. And these other ones might take a little bit longer. But again, the way you guys wanted it was for me to choose all the trades manually. Again, it does make better teams, but it also makes it a whole lot easier for me. So, you know, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place in that element because I know what's probably harder and more of a challenge, but I know what you guys want to see, and I always want to do what you guys want to see. So we're going to continue to do it with our eyes open unless somebody has a really strong point down below in the comment section. It'll probably stay this way. But let's just find more trades right now. I think we definitely need to go out and find a new starting power forward. That without a doubt is definitely on the top of my list right now. Derek Jones Jr. does qualify. Ooh, I like Grant Williams a lot. And yes, I know my Celtics bias might be showing, but I'm honestly not seeing an offer that I really like a whole lot more here. Jackson Hayes, obviously very explosive. But Grant Williams is an absolute sniper. He really is. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He absolutely is. But he is a free agent at the end of this year. But you know what? We can deal with that when the time comes. We just get Sam Hauser, who again, also a sniper. We're going to cut this now until I find the next trade. We're going to be doing this trade with the Sacramento Kings. We're going to be sending them Dario Saric and a second-round pick for Malik Monk. He's going to come in here, probably be the 7th man just because we do have Malcolm Brogdon, but he will be the new backup here for DeJounte Murray, and I'm really happy about that trade. We definitely have a few more to go. This is kind of a shitty trade, and it's not really one I want to do, but I've been looking for a decent while now for a trade for Jay Crowder, and there really wasn't one for a good backup big man. That's the one position I'm looking for at this point in time. So we're going to take a draft pick in 2027. It's actually a Milwaukee Bucks pick. Again, it's really not going to turn anything, but it will be a trade asset at some point in time. Jay Crowder, well, yeah, thank you for your service, I guess. So, in terms of trades we have left, I think, let's see, we have Landry Shamet, he's got to go. We have Damian Lee, Josh Okogie, and then Jock Lawndale, and Bismack Biyombo. So, a couple more left. We definitely need a backup center and a backup power forward, and those are going to be the ones we are looking for at this point in time. Let's just see. We'll do Jock Lawndale. Power forward center is immediately on my mind right now. Got a backup here for either, I almost just said DeAndre Ayton. We need to find a backup for Grant Williams. I think that's definitely probably good. Ooh, Tony Bradley. Honestly, it's fine by me. I don't really love the trade, but it's good enough. He's going to come in, and he's going to be our new backup center, backing up Robert Williams. And then we definitely have a couple more, whether I get draft picks or find myself a power forward now. We will see. But let's do Landry Shamet, and we can kind of just hopefully fly through these real quick. Robert Covington. You know what? Robert Covington's on a multi-year deal. It's not a horrible trade. It's fine. Again, these aren't really big trades that I'm worried about that are really going to affect this team in any way, shape, or form, so I can live with them. And then we have Damian Lee and Josh Okogie, and then I think that is it if my math... Oh, and Biyombo. Can I just get a draft pick? Draft pick. Thank you very much, Los Angeles Clippers. Yes, I do want to make the trade. And, all right, we got two more here. Damian Lee's going to be number 1. I'm fine with the draft pick because I actually am going to play Sam Hauser. I actually kind of want him in the rotation. I think he's going to be extremely beneficial having a guy who can shoot the way he can off the bench. And Josh Okogie, our final piece, 20th overall pick in the 2018 draft. I don't know why I thought he was drafted a bit higher than that. Fine. Works for me. New York Knicks, Ryan Arcidiacono, welcome to the team. Let me just confirm, I believe, besides two-way players, that we are completely set with obviously moving on from this entire rotation. I believe we are. I think we're good. Let's set the rotation. Now that we have made all of our trades before year 1, we've officially set this rotation, and it's honestly a pretty good rotation. Are we winning a championship? I don't know. I mean, this team, I think, could kind of mesh well together, but again, only time will tell. You throw together a completely new roster, doesn't always work out for the best, but we have a really good core, and I think a lot of pieces to build around, and I'm really excited here. We have Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. Obviously, we have Atlanta's backcourt now that we traded them our backcourt here in Phoenix, but you know what? It's not a bad consolation prize whatsoever. We have Chris Middleton, Grant Williams, and Robert Williams. So the two Williams from the Celtics going to be in our starting lineup here. We have Malcolm Brogdon also from the Celtics. Promise I'll show what the Celtics trades after this. Malik Monk, Robert Covington, Tony Bradley, and Sam Hauser. So maybe the lower end of the bench could use some work, but I like Sam Hauser shooting a lot, and Tony Bradley could be worse backup big man. I mean, could be better, but it could be worse. I do like this team a lot, and obviously, even if we don't win a championship here in year 1, the goal is to get one by the end of year 3, and we definitely have the core to hopefully get that done. I'm excited to see what happens. I will see you guys at the end of year 1 here in Phoenix. We end year 1 going 55-27, so by no means was it a bad first year, and we are definitely in the mix of teams here in the West that are contending for a championship. Yeah, this man's team might be doing that as well. Luka Doncic wins an MVP with a triple-double. He's definitely in the MVP race right now, I'm pretty sure. I would say most people's top 3 right now probably are some sort of mix of Luka, Giannis, and Tatum. That's my top 3 right now. Not in that order, but it's my top 3. Paolo Banchero wins Rookie of the Year. He's definitely a strong contender for it. So is Benedict Mathurin of the Indiana Pacers. I mean, those two look like the two leaders right now. Simmons wins Sixth Man of the Year. He's definitely not in that race. Giannis wins Depoy. Alperen Şengün, Most Improved. Monty Williams wins Coach of the Year. It appears we might have... Okay, we did not have the best record. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Excuse me, I almost said Phoenix Suns. The New Orleans Pelicans beat us out by 1 game and do take the 1 spot in the Western Conference. And we did have the second best record in the NBA, which is obviously awesome to see. Let's check out the numbers on the year, see how this team played together. Trae Young was unbelievable for us. 30 points a game, 9 assists. It's beautiful. Chris Middleton, DeJounte Murray, Malcolm Brogdon, Malik Monk, Robert Williams, Grant Williams. That'd be maybe a little bit better. A few more points a game in the starting lineup, playing 30 minutes plus. But how do you shoot? That's definitely what I really care about. 41% from the field, 37% from 3. It's not terrible. I mean, it is what it is. Dallas here in round 1. Luka. Actually, it's not Luka versus Booker. Shit. Well, we have Luka versus the Suns, I guess, in this surrounding core that is, it's not great, and it's definitely starting to show a little bit for the Dallas Mavericks how their core around them might not be the best. We are up 3-0, and we do end up sweeping. Moving on to the Memphis Grizzlies, really good young team here with Ja Morant, one of the best young players in the entirety of the NBA. You got Desmond Bane here, really good second option, and the rest of the team, who are a really talented bunch. So let's see what happens here in round 2. I think we can probably win. We are up 2-1 right now. They tie it up at 2 games apiece. We go down 3-2, and we go on to lose 4 straight games after going up 2-0. Well, that is never what you want to see. Ja Morant does go on to win Western Conference Finals MVP. Holy hell, Zach LaVine. Well, he's maybe not playing like that right now. All right, let's sim the finals, and the Memphis Grizzlies do go on to win. Ja Morant at the age of 23 taking home a Finals MVP. I mean, at least we can say we lost to the champs, but still, you win the first 2 games of a series, you typically expect to win it. Not the best end to our playoff run. All right, let's get into the draft lottery. We obviously really don't have any picks in this lottery, but we can still go ahead and sim it. See what happens. I see 2 New York Knicks picks. I see 3 Oklahoma City Thunder picks. Jazz end up with the number 1 overall selection. I saw they went from the 1 seed to the 9 seed in the matter of a week. I mean, to be fair, nobody really expected the Utah Jazz to really be making a run at all to open the season, and Monty Williams is fine. And again, I think they kind of just fell back down to reality, but, you know, that Utah Jazz team was supposed to be tanking. They were never supposed to be really good, so I guess Danny Ainge got what he wanted. We definitely have a lot of draft picks, so we have a lot of ammunition if we want to make a big trade. We also do have the 28th overall pick this year, and we can see what we end up doing with that. I had no idea DeMarcus Cousins, or Penis Cantor, as I call him, were on this team. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really want either of them, especially Cantor. All right, so we'll draft somebody at number 28. Again, it might not be somebody that we use immediately, but maybe could be a replacement for Sam Hauser, maybe a replacement for Tony Bradley. Whatever it may be, we can take a look at the summary. Victor Wembanyama goes number 1 to the Utah Jazz. Probably going to be happening. Wow, Scoot Henderson fell to 5, and the Orlando Magic got themselves a really good player at that number 5 spot. Dylan Mitchell's a guy I've drafted before. He definitely is on my board right now, just again because he could go ahead and be my new backup small forward. You know what? Let's take Dylan Mitchell. Welcome to the Phoenix Suns. I think he's actually like a 74 overall. He's a 76 overall. Wow. So he's going to hop into this rotation immediately. And, yeah, very happy to have him here. Chris Middleton's going to go into free agency. Declined a $40 million. Dwayne Washington Jr., I believe, was already on this team on a 2-way contract. He's just not going to get the qualifying. Grant, somebody I'll give the qualifying to. We'll see. But obviously, Chris Middleton is my number 1 priority right now, and I definitely want to make sure I get him back. So he does have 1 real offer. It's from the Dallas Mavericks, 140 divided by 4. Not a math guy. Don't you judge me. I am definitely not a math. It's $35 a year. God damn. Well, I'm definitely going to pay him. I'm not just going to let Chris Middleton go. I think eventually I'd maybe want to get some sort of upgrade, but I'm going to pay Chris Middleton as of now and hopefully look to maybe get an upgrade. Well, he does regress, but he also doesn't really regress. You know what I'm saying? Like, he dips a couple overalls, but it's really nothing to the point to be, like, mad about. You know what I'm saying? I'd like a new backup center. I had no idea that, again, like Boogie or Freedom were even on this team. You can go, and then the rest of those are trade exceptions. We're going to wait on Grant Williams, make sure he gets a real contract in case I do want to end up moving him. And Chris Middleton now is back, which is obviously big. And now Grant Williams wants it's not bad. I'm actually going to give him like 15. Maybe I can match it up easier with some of the bigger contracts with some of the better power forwards. I'm surprised he didn't accept that on day 1, but he does the second day we offer him it. So let's look at this team right now. I think we're in a pretty good spot to go out and maybe either make a really big trade or kind of solidify the rest of the starting lineup. Backup center options here are not great. I don't really love a lot of them. Mason Plumlee's not terrible. I'd love to bring back Sarge, but obviously that's not an option. And, yeah, I'm not really loving any of these. I like a guy like Gallo, but we just really don't need his services, per se. Who is my backup power forward right now? It's actually maybe, you know what? Yeah, let me go get Gallo. Actually, he's going to regress. I think Javonte Green's actually a good option. Let me pick up Javonte Green here, former Chicago Bull. And we're definitely in the market to make a big trade right now. Let's see what that trade may be. I have no idea if at all this will be possible, but this is one of those trades that might kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Jaren Jackson Jr. would be a huge upgrade for us, especially in that starting power forward spot. It would also take away a really good player from a team we compete with in the Western Conference. So I'd like to get Triple J. He's obviously a valuable asset, so I do not know if it is going to be possible. But you know what? I consider him a cornerstone piece, so I'll give up 4 draft picks if that's what it takes. And I'm hoping I can get this trade to go through. I don't know if it's going. Okay, wow. Okay, we got Jaren Jackson Jr. welcome to the team. I'm really excited about that. He's a huge upgrade in my opinion over Grant Williams, and I'm super excited to have him here. At this point in time, I think I'm going to trade Sam Hauser. He's either going to get me a center or a draft pick, and then I will either sign a center or we'll just go on to the rotation. So unless I see a decent enough backup center here, there's a whole lot of draft picks being offered to me, and I'm not seeing a single center. So let's see, 2026, 2025, 2026 Houston Rockets. That's actually a Brooklyn pick. Okay. I hate how when you back out, it goes immediately to like all the way back. It's really dumb how it does that. You know what? Just give me an Indiana Pacers pick. That's fine by me. I'll sign a backup center. It's definitely something we're going to have to upgrade at some point in time. But, like, yeah, I guess Mike Muscala can cut it for a year. It's not my favorite trade, but you know what? I think this starting five and especially this bench definitely also got, you know, it's not, I would say a little bit better with the upgraded Dylan Mitchell, and then I don't know, it's Mike Muscala. We also got Javonte Green. I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. It is the start of year 2 for us here in Phoenix. We definitely made some upgrades to this team. I think this squad definitely got better, and we are hoping to go out and win a championship here in year 2. Let's see what happens. It's Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Chris Middleton, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Robert Williams, a tremendously scary defensive front court, and one I'm really excited to see in action. This bench isn't terrible. You know, Malcolm Brogdon, obviously really good 6-man here. Malik Monk is a really good 7th man. Dylan Mitchell, obviously the rookie in here. Hoping we can develop him. And then the bottom 2 are okay. I mean, Javonte Green, Mike Muscala could be better, but they'll do for now. I'm hoping this team can go out and get a championship in year 2, kind of alleviate some of that pressure, if you will. But again, only time will tell. I'll see you guys at the end of the second season here in Phoenix. Luka won a second straight MVP, but that's not really at the top of my mind right now. And you want to know what is? We went 70-12. So that is obviously really awesome regular season, but that's all it really is a regular season. So I'm hoping for a championship, though. Luka MVP, as I mentioned. Victor Wembanyama went number 1, does win Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons, I'm not really sure how those are 6-man of the year numbers, but congrats. Joel Embiid, Defensive Player of the Year. Darius Garland, Most Improved. Monty Williams, as I mentioned, 70-12, definitely going to be good enough for a second straight Coach of the Year. And officially the best record in the NBA. Let's take a look at the numbers, see how we all made out here. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Malcolm Brogdon. Whoa, Brogdon. Off the... Wait, what? Are these... Oh, these are not... Are we looking at per 36? Wait, hold up. I definitely had the wrong stat there. That's more like it. Murray, DeJounte, should be Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Jaren Jackson Jr. I saw Brogdon put up 18, then I saw like Dylan Mitchell at like 18. I'm like, these are definitely not the correct numbers to be looking at right now. Let's dive into the first round of the playoffs where we do have the Denver Nuggets, who are not a bad team whatsoever. Obviously, you got the 2-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. And they actually take game 1 on our home floor. We do end up winning game 2 and 3 and 4. And can we finish this in 5? No, we cannot. Go into game 6. Moving on to the team that actually won the finals last year in the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, albeit we just took a really good player from them in Jaren Jackson Jr. We get to give them Grant Williams. They're not even starting them. They're starting Santi Aldama. All right, hope I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But nonetheless, okay, come on. Really? I'd like to get... God damn it. What do I have to do? You have Santi Aldama in your goddamn starting lineup. I mean, what do I have to do? Like, what the fuck is going on in this rebuild right now? I don't, you know, I'd sit here and say I have to make upgrades, but I don't really know what upgrades I have to make. You win 70 games. I mean, are the Phoenix Suns just a cursed regular season team? Is that the reality of the situation that we're in right now? Because it's really starting to feel like it, and I'm not going to sit here and say Monty Williams isn't the guy. I mean, he's won 2 straight Coach of the Years. But at some point, something's got to change. I'm not going to move on from him because it would be dumb to fire a 2-time back-to-back Coach of the Year. But something's got to change with this team. We'll see. We have no team player options here. Qualifying offers, we also have none. Is Trae Young a free agent? No, he's not. But DeJounte Murray is, and he has no real offers. So that's, yeah, we're just going to pay DeJounte. And Malik Monk's also a free agent. I don't know if it's going to let me bring him back. I really hope it does. It is. It's going to let me pay Malik Monk, which is obviously awesome. And, you know, I don't really know what the correct move with this team is right now. I mean, maybe do we move on from a guy like Chris Middleton, who just had a little bit of a down year in the points department, I guess. But we also added Jaren Jackson Jr. I mean, I just don't really know what the problem is. We're going to make some sort of trade, though. This could absolutely bite me in the ass and be one of the worst decisions I ever make, because I do think Chris Middleton's still severely undervalued on this team, and it's just in the NBA in general. But RJ Barrett's coming off a year with the New York Knicks where he averaged 25, 6, and 3.5. Now, albeit it's a very different situation when you kind of look at the way this team's constructed versus ours. But, you know, we get a little bit younger. We get a guy that definitely won't regress and maybe a guy that will progress. I think it would be a smart move. So I did not think they were going to take that straight up. Fortunately, I have a lot of draft picks, so take whatever draft picks you want here. You can have 5 if you really want them. And because I'd like RJ Barrett on this team, please. Thank you. welcome to the team, RJ Barrett. Definitely a guy I haven't traded for in a minute, so I'm honestly fine with having him here. And again, I'm not going to sit here and say Chris Middleton was the problem. I think we just need to change some things up. And change some things up, we definitely did. So, can't bring back stars. Mo Bamba, 76 over. You know what? I'll take a flyer on Mo Bamba. Yeah, I mean, that's not horrible. But, like, why is Mo Bamba 76? And I get it. He didn't really pan out to where everybody maybe thought he was going to be. But 76 is a little disrespectful, I'd say. I'm also going to sign John Konkar, and then I'm going to be trading him along with Javonte Green in hopes of finding an upgrade at the backup power forward spot. Because, I mean, I don't really want to leave any stone unturned right now. I want to go out and I want to get a championship. And I really do feel like we need to make another big trade for a power forward in order to do that. Walker Kessler is just 7 feet tall, and he really cannot shoot at all. So he might not be the best power forward option. And, yeah, Mo Bamba definitely can't be moved to power forward. So not really going to work for us. But it would have... Ooh, Larry Nance Jr. Also really can't shoot, but I feel like could be a power forward. You know what I'm saying? But he's 31. Makes me a little nervous with the regression thing. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't think Gafford could shoot. They're making $6 million a year combined. So if I do this, go power forwards, and then max contract, scroll all the way down to $6 million. It's just going to be a bunch of guys that are either free agents or rookies, but $6.5 million. Yeah, free agent. Arthur Kaluma, 2.5 stars in trade value. All right, I'll give you John Konkar. And I will go ahead and give you Javonte Green, and you will give me Arthur Kaluma. Come on. It's the final year. I need this trade to go through. Thank you. Arthur Kaluma is going to come in here. He's going to be my new backup power forward, backing up Triple J. I honestly don't know what other moves we can make to get this team better. I will see you guys at the start of the third and final season. I don't really know how much better we could honestly make this team. If this team can't win a championship, I think the Suns are officially just cursed in 2K. But we have a really good squad here. It's Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, RJ Barrett, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Robert Williams. Really good starting five. Bench is really good as well. Malcolm Brogdon, Malik Monk, Arthur Kaluma, Dylan Mitchell. Actually, I want to switch these two. And then Mo Bamba, who's down to a 78 overall. Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Wow, I actually didn't think he'd be just a free agent that you just kind of get to fill out a roster spot. But yeah, nonetheless, this is the team. I have high hopes. Maybe I shouldn't, but I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. We went 64-18, so it's not quite the 70 wins we had last year, but 64-win year is nothing to be upset about. But you know what? I will be upset if we don't make a long playoff run and win a championship. Luka wins his 3rd straight MVP. Shocker, I know. Matas Buzelis wins Rookie of the Year. Went number 3 overall to the New York Knicks. Ben Simmons wins his 3rd straight 6th Man of the Year. I don't know. Evan Mobley wins Defensive Player of the Year. Scoot Henderson Most Improved. And yeah, Monty Williams 3rd straight Coach of the Year. Does it matter though? Does it matter? Can you imagine if this was a constructed roster, like an actual constructed roster, and they went on to like not even make a Western Conference Finals in 3 seasons? I mean, can you imagine what NBA Twitter would look like if that happened? NBA Twitter is so different. It's either so fun if your team beats the shit out of somebody, or it's so bad if your team loses a game that they're really not supposed to. All right, let's get back to the regularly scheduled program. We have the Trailblazers here in round 1 who have added D'Lo to this team. They're a good squad. I just don't really see a world that they're better than us at all. So I'm hoping we don't struggle, and we do not. We sweep them beautiful. Oklahoma City Thunder actually won the championship last year. And, yeah, they're a good young squad. And you know what? I can't sit here and say they don't have the experience now because they won it all last year. We sweep them as well. Okay, I'm feeling good. Let's see if that changes. I hope it doesn't. We have Dallas here in the Western Conference Finals. They added Scary Terry. They added Kelly Oubre. Added Clint Capella. Okay, they've added some pieces around Luka now that hopefully are still not good enough to beat us, I hope. I forgot who we were rebuilding for a second. We're down 3-2. This team's cursed. I swear to God, the Suns are cursed. I mean, if in the what the... I don't know. I seriously, I don't know. If anybody has any suggestions for what could have changed or what I could have done differently about this rebuild to possibly make this team win a championship, feel free to let me know. I thought I, did a pretty good job constructing a respectable roster to the point where we should have at least made a championship. But I know we didn't get there, and I'm officially going to say the Phoenix Suns are cursed. So, excuse me. Yeah, that sucks. But you know what? We still built a really, really good team, and a team I'm happy with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as well. As always, if you guys are new around here, can subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. You just want to see me have pain on the daily, stick around a while. Other than that, let me know any other video ideas you do have down below in the comment section. I'm more than open to hearing out your guys' ideas. I love it when you guys comment a shit ton of ideas. Let me hear them all down below. Other than that, I guess I'll see you guys all tomorrow. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.